Well, we are back. We are back after that massively, massively disappointing result. It's really not much to say about the fact that none of us expected a 1-1 draw, but I would say, hey, we have each other to at least congregate and try to console each other after that disappointing it feels like a loss. It actually feels like a loss. And I'll say this straight. This is the kind of result that hurts more the longer you sit with it. I would say, home draw against a relegation side. It's not something that, not a newly promoted side, but also a relegation side, let's just be honest. And it's not just 2 points dropped. It's a reflection of deeper problems that Liverpool still have not solved. Possession was there, territory was there, moments were there, but the cutting edge, the control of key moments, the killer instinct, capitalizing off of corners, the fact that they were able to capitalize off of one mistake. Look, Florian Wirtz gave Liverpool a deserved lead, I believe, with a smart finish after good buildup. It was once again one lapse, one moment, and a team that should have been buried walked out of Anfield with something that they barely deserved. They did not deserve a point in this game. Some might say, oh, well, they played their game, they did well, this or that. No, they should not have deserved a point in this game. Marcus Edwards' equalizer was sharp, it was clinical, and exposed exactly what happens when you let inferior sides hang around. It's the fact of why I don't really appreciate this type of football, the conservative, unentertaining, disjointed lapse of what we're trying to call is progression for this team. It is not progression to find your team struggling against a Burnley at home. So let's get into this. We're going to have a lot to say. I have a lot to go into. I know some people will be definitely here to see if I'm going to have, a while out situation. Egypt has lost, by the way. Egypt lost to Nigeria. 4-2 on penalties. They lost their third place showing in the AFCON to Nigeria. Nigeria wins 4-2 in penalties. Shout out to Lone Sheep that was here from the very gate. I was waiting for the coach's comments so we could have at least give him his day in court, to be fair to our gaffer. Big up to Trudon. I think we'll make top four. I think the league is that poor that we can still make top four. But you're welcome to your opinion. Shout out to the streets, Rasta Crab. Big up to you. Nights are dark. Yes, they are. But we have to deal but now we have to deal with dark days. Oh, that's poetry, Rasta Crab. That's poetry. And shout out to High Lore as well, and all that are joining us. Big up to each and every one of you. Yeah, it isn't coming home with a medal. It's not coming home with a medal. But yeah, where do we go from here? So let's just start with the facts. Look, Liverpool dominated the ball from the first whistle in this game. Absolutely were in control of this game when it comes to possession. Okay. 73% possession in this game. We had 75% possession in the first half, 71% possession in the second half. And yet we end up with a 1-1 draw. Burnley sat deep, compact, disciplined, waited for mistakes, exactly the type of setup that has troubled us all season. They might as well have just given a couple of their keepers goalie gloves, because most of them just sat back and retreated to the line, to the goal line, to try to clear balls from clear shots from the goal line.
Mm-hmm.
Hour in, Liverpool finally got the chance to impose themselves from the spot after Florentino hacked, and I do mean hacked down Cody Gakpo.
Mm-hmm.
Arne Slot stepped up. And he's normally an absolutely very stunning goal or spot kick taker, but he smashed the ball onto the crossbar. It was him trying
Do you
to.
know what, 12th? You say that about Sobo being a good pen taker, and I know he is, but I had a nasty feeling he was going to fluff his lines, and then he went ahead and did it. I felt when that was given, even though it was a Stonewall pen, I thought he'll miss this. And he well did. That was just the feeling I had when we were waiting for him to take it. I thought this ain't gonna go in this space, and it did.
You know what was wild about it is I thought the same thing, and I know that Dom has become our not only our free kick taker but also our spot kick taker when Mohamed Salah is not available. And I was I didn't say it out loud because I didn't want to jinx it. But when I saw us get the spot kick, I was hoping that McAllister was on the pitch and that he could take it. I know it's weird. I know some people are really like, oh, they don't really rate McAllister. Whatever.
No, he's deadly from pens. Sobo is usually, and I would probably go as far to say as he won't miss another one anytime soon. He'll bury his next ones, but today, there was just a vibe about. Even yesterday when we were talking about the game, I had a nasty feeling that this game would be shit, and shit it was. It was completely unacceptable for me. This is a massive gnarly nail in Arnie's coffin. This one. To not be able to beat these at home. We're missing a couple of players, but look at the squad, look at the players we had on the pitch, and we couldn't beat them.
Yeah, that's a pretty spot on. Yeah, exactly how I look at it. Why we can't beat a team that is this poor? I don't know. Especially a team that's not looking to do anything. They weren't looking to win this game. They were just looking for us to make a mistake. And when we did, they pounced on it and scored. It's their first. That was, I believe, the commentator said that was their first shot on goal all game. That's how bad it was.
The way our season's been a lot, isn't it? Like it'll be the first shot on target is in the net. There's no near misses. It's just like first attack, shot on target, bang, it goes in.
No, it's a costly miss. It's something that is troubling. I know that on the internet, it's relentless and unforgiving. I see a lot of people now all of a sudden jumping off the Dominik Szoboszlai bandwagon. There's been some very brutal critiques of the player. It's another costly miss or a costly error. And the moment changed the emotional rhythm of the match. Let's just be honest. The heads dropped and and we went from having an opportunity to go up 2-0 to having to, try to fight off Burnley and then end up watching us get to a 1-1 point. And you got to give credit to Liverpool that we didn't just completely collapse. I don't think that was the case. We did keep pushing. Hugo Ekitike broke down the left. Curtis Jones found Wirtz, and the German finished smartly from just inside the box. It was the goal Liverpool deserved. But at that point, I did say that goal would have made us go up 1-0. Actually, not 2-0, but it was 1-0. Yeah. At that point, though, the expectation was simple: control the game, add a second, and put Burnley away. Period. Instead, the second half brought complacency. We were loose with our structure. We provided plenty of space for Burnley to run into. There's space down the right channel that Burnley ruthlessly exploited. Marcus Edwards didn't need a catalog of chances, just got one clean look, and he buried it low across Alisson. This was a clinical attacker It was a clinical attacker finish. I will say that. I'm not saying he's clinical, but I'm saying the finish was certainly clinical. And that's what he did is what Liverpool failed to do all afternoon, I think. From there, Burnley built a brick wall in front of the goal, defended with everything. Liverpool ran into frustration, crosses without purpose, possession without penetration, and a manager reluctant to change the game until it was too late. Way too late for a lot of his subs. This manager waited till the 78th minute to make changes. The 78th minute is when this manager chose to make a change on the pitch. And of course, he just throws Chiesa on for the last 3 minutes of the game, technically. 87th minute, he puts on Chiesa. But before that, he waited till the 78th minute to bring on Robbo, Maka, and Rio.
I have to say, we've had some bad results in that this season, but this one, this has to be a massive nail in his coffin as far as the owners are concerned. That all the money they spent in the summer and we couldn't beat Burnley. They're all nails in the coffin, the bad results, but this one's huge for me. I can't really see a way back for them now. I can't see us getting into any reasonable form by the time the knockout stages of the CL starts. That's if we're even in them and we don't have to go into a bloody playoff or some shit. It's bad, isn't it? This is bad. It's just not improving. I was going to say it's getting worse. It's just ain't improving, is it? I'm starting to think we should do the caretaker manager thing now. It's not something I'm usually a fan of, having a caretaker manager. It's something other clubs do a lot, not us. But in this case, I'd be prepared to give Gerrard the chance to manage us till the end of the season, mate, and see if he can get us to qualify for the Champions. Just get us to compete on the pitch, because we're not.
Yeah, we're just not doing it. That's the problem. That's the sheer problem of it all, is that we're just not. There's no real fluidity to the team, and that's the problem of what I've been emphasizing. I've been told, oh, we've got more control, we've got more possession, by plenty of people last season. And he's rooting out the chaos, and he's taking away from, the unpredictability of this team. Yeah, it's taking out a lot of the gusto and the heart, and the soul of this team is now no longer existent. It just isn't. I'm honest. Like, when you watch a Liverpool game, or as in, you have to almost convince yourself to get up for a game. That's not good. That's not a good place to be. That's why what you're saying is, I think, relevant. I definitely think it's relevant. You could be on. There's not much left for this player, or excuse me, this coach to go back on, considering that we are where we are. Stagnation is right, Lone Sheep. It's stagnation. It's there's not much of a surprise, as Hyler was saying too. Yeah, it's a case where you're almost expecting these kinds of results now.
Bournemouth next up, innit? Or do we get to play Champions League? Or do we?
Yeah, go ahead. I'm listening.
Yeah, do we get to, is it Marseille, is it next, or Bournemouth?
Our next game is it is Marseille.
Yeah, I prefer that, actually, that we get to have some Champions League action as a change, because we're shit in the league. Let's give the Champions League a shot instead. Yay! a tough assignment, like, but it'll be a different vibe going away to Marseille than playing Burnley at home. Do you know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
not going to be like defending as deep and that, are they? Like, they'll want to try and attack us. They'll have seen how shit we look at the moment, so they'll probably come at us. Like,
there'll be one of two results at Marseille. We'll either go there and blank the bed, and look, and that will be probably the end of this experiment. Or we will go there and play well. We'll go there and we'll get a good result at Marseille, simply because we shouldn't. Everything, it's like, when it comes to this season, the things that you think should happen don't. And the things you don't think should happen do. That's the reason why I was predicting we'd get a result against Arsenal at the Emirates. I said a win, but and I'll own up to it. But I mean, we still got a draw, and we could have probably won that game.
Yeah.
Why we went to Inter?
It would be just like us years ago there to go to Marseille and get a result, and then come home and play poorly against Bournemouth and get either sod all or 1 point.
Yep. Wouldn't be surprised.
Evening, JK.
Evening, JK. How are you?
Hi there, bro. Hi, bro. How you cool?
Yeah.
Look, bro, I'll just give you a quick recap of what I reckon of the game. I reckon it was probably the most attacking we've done all season in one game. Like, we were all over these guys. Just needed the finishing. Got a couple of balls off the line and this, that, and that. But all in all, we was all over these guys, and we've got to just cement that 2-3-0 lead. As soon as it's 1-0, the opposition thinks they've got a little something out of this game, and they did that.
Mm-hmm.
The players who got the chances were good enough to finish them. It's just that, like, we're not at the moment. There's quite a few players getting chances, and they're good enough to bury them, but we're just not doing it at the moment. It's not that, like, we're missing players who would bury them and we can't. You know what I mean? It's like the players, they're good enough to finish them off, like, but they're not.
I'm going to say this.
I just reckon with an Isaac and a Salah in this, Salah and Isaac in this team, because the way we created today, we created a lot of chances today, bro. And it's good to see Curtis Jones getting an assist. I think Curtis Jones played well today. I think Gravenberch let us down in midfield. I just felt he weren't great. McAllister also, when he came on, oh, God. Normally, I'd never moan about McAllister, but I just felt when he came on, he was too rash. He wanted to get the win out, I understand, but it was too rash, his shots. You know? Gapco, I think Gapco played well. I know Gapco's got a lot of haters, but I think he played pretty well.
Okay. I don't know. Your shot about Gravy, I disagree with, but
okay.
But I mean, maybe you're doing the eye test, I guess, with it. Well, your eye test says he played. Not saying your eye test is wrong. I'm just saying I disagree with it. Only because, you know why? If you do look at the numbers and look at what he did in the game, you'd be surprised. He had one of the better games out of especially in our midfield. But he had one of the better games on the day. He hit one key pass, but he was 94%, 67 out of 71 for his passing. He was 92% in the opposition half, 100% in our half. 2 out of 3 for long balls. He had 2 shots, but they're both blocked. He had 89 touches, 2 unsuccessful touches, but he was 2 for 2 for his dribbles. Was fouled twice, lost the ball 7 times, but had 5 defensive contributions. Was 1 out of 2 for his tackles. 2 interceptions, 1 block shot, 6 recoveries, 6 out of 7 for his ground duels. I mean, that's pretty involved.
But as a DM, he's only doing 2 tackles in a game.
That's because they didn't have the ball that much, I don't think. Like, I don't know.
I just don't.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean, Yeah, maybe he could have done maybe more going forward. I'll agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead. What do you want to say? Complete what you want to say.
No, but like for me, I don't know. I just feel it was the sort of game where a lot of Gravenberch and Szoboszlai and McAllister, all three of them today. I don't think Szoboszlai was great. He had the ball quite a lot, and he's tried to get a fair play to the lad. But I reckon he could have done a little bit better attacking wise. The penalty was he likes to put some venom in his shots. You've seen it with his free kicks and his penalties. He's that type of guy. He isn't. I'm going to place the penalty bottom left corner.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Ekatike was busy. Wirtz for me has landed top player. He's done some beautiful stuff today. Got us a goal, top goal. So for me, I've got no worries about Wirtz. I just feel sometimes in games like today, we need Gravenberch and Szoboszlai to be calmer. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Same as McAllister. I reckon McAllister, he wasn't calm when he came on. He was rash, man. And we just needed a calm head for the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes where he got us a goal. You know?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But look, bro, all in all, I think we played great today. You know, I'm not a big fan of slot football, but I think today was a game where we put our foot down a bit. You know, it was good to see.
I wasn't expecting to hear that. Okay.
I just felt we could have won that game 5-6-7-1, bro. Let's cut the bullshit now. We could have.
Yeah. No, you're right. I agree. But the issue is that we didn't, and why we didn't was because we didn't finish our dinner. You know, basically.
Yep.
We had in this game we had a XG of close to 3. I think let me see what the XG was. The XG was 2.96 in this game. Burnley's was 0.4. Yet we have a 1-1 draw. This is just poor. I know that I know some people might call it, oh, well, he's going to be the scapegoat. Why you're making Arne the scapegoat? It's because you got to figure out. You got to figure out a way to break down low blocks better than what we've been doing. I think that's just plain and simple. Oh, one more thing, and then I'll let you go, JK. If you don't mind, if you will disindulge me. We had 723 passes. They had 272.
How many did you be up? Sorry,
723 passes.
Whoa.
272 is what they had.
There you go.
I don't know how many of those passes were left and right passes, but we had in this game 32 shots. Let me repeat that number for you. In this game, we had 32 shots. And even beyond that, because their goalkeeper made 8 saves, even beyond that, we had 9 corner kicks. It's not my fault, JK. Sorry about that. I think Lee's getting down on some soup or something. We had 9 corner kicks. 9 corner kicks. That to me is unforgivable.
No, we had a lot of corners. We had well enough corners, didn't we? Just made nothing of them.
To make something of it.
They've been really poor this season, the corners.
It's been beyond poor. It's been horrible. Abhorrible.
That's another game undefeated. Oh, bro. The guy ain't scored in years. The guy that was his first goal of the season.
Oh, I bet it
That's
was.
another one what we always do. We always think we're Santa Claus when a guy's not scored for years. Comes to Anfield. Hey, there you go, bro. Have that.
Yeah.
We haven't beat any team. I think it's the first time in 23 years or 28 years, something like that. A team that's come up and we haven't beat them at Anfield. So that's the three of them: Burnley, Leeds, and Lund. We drew against them, all of them. Burnley could even nicked it today, bro. Look, bro, football's a game where any fan likes it. Protection and security while the game's going on. That means a 2-3 goal head start. Defense looks solid, but we always end up getting a goal, and we end up offering the opposition a chance.
Mm-hmm.
I like that type of football.
No, you can't. You definitely can't. And that's why it's very troubling when you look at the numbers. Again, 11 shots on target. They had one shot on target. One shot. That was the goal that they had. Was the only shot they had on target all game.
That's enough against Liverpool these days. You only need one shot to score.
That is pathetic.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Dara.
We had
you're cool. I'm Red Armchair.
Yeah, hi, Jordan. I am chair.
We had also 20 shots inside the box. 20 shots. 12 outside, 20 inside the box.
You know, I'm always game for us to have a shot from outside the box, but like, you know, it's got to be on first before you attempt it. Like,
Yeah, they realize that. You know how many times? Can you guess how many times Burnley touched the ball inside our final third, or even up in the box? Actually, I should say in our box.
6, 5,
3.
No, not that low, but 15.
Okay, let's go 12.
Yeah, no, okay. 15.
Okay.
You know how many we had in how many touches in the opposition box we had?
130.
That's not a bad guess. 76.
Blimmin' heck.
76.
Yeah, I thought
that was beat that Ekitike's goal was taken away because he was offsides, but
yeah,
I thought that was going to be the difference maker.
I will freely admit that when we finally scored after missing the pen, I thought, yeah, we should win this now. I mean, obviously the way you've been playing, I wasn't like secure and I think it's definitely done, but I thought, yeah, we'll probably go on to win this now from here, 1-0 half time. No way, Jose. And against a team as poor as this, it is the worst result. I can remember for a while, sometimes draws are worse than defeats, and this was atrocious, abysmal, all them things in one.
Yeah.
Excruciating.
Yeah. 40 clearances. They had 40 clearances against us. 44 recoveries and 40 clearances. That's a lot. It's a lot. But ultimately they had 16 goal kicks, and that shows that we were just we weren't really productive when it came to being in their final third. Plain and simple. And
some of that football would literally send me to sleep if I was at the match these days. You know, if I was like sitting off like in a nice spec and that, and it was quite quiet watching that, I could easily doze off.
Yeah.
I think the Anfield hierarchy are going to have to come up with a thing where they play like a ear-splittingly loud foghorn every 15 minutes just to ensure that the entire crowd's still awake.
They did make a message or a mention of that actually during the game, about how you could tell there was some uneasiness, especially when we missed that goal, that penalty shot. There was some uneasiness at Anfield. Because it'd be one thing if this was like, oh, this is new, or this is something that we're just, this is the first time this is happening to us this season. this is a recurring story. It's why I know people have been really capitalizing off my comments yesterday about, yeah, even if he wins a Champions League, I would still move on from the coach. Yeah, I would.
Do you know what's
I
weird?
absolutely would.
What's weird? I moved on from Jurgen last season because we won the league, but now I just miss him so much. Like, it's just kicking in now how much I miss him. Last season,
Yeah.
we won the league. We were top virtually the entire season. It's okay. He's gone now. He's yesterday's man. But now I miss him so much. Like,
Yeah. Oh, I miss him a lot, and I also would be upset and disappointed and frustrated if he were to come out of retirement and take on the Real Madrid job, which is there's now been reports going 180 from the original reports that he wasn't interested. His words was he wasn't interested, basically. There's been a lot of reports saying that if they were to make him an offer, he would strongly consider it. Where do we go from here, man? It's a weird one. A really, really weird one. I'll do this section. And this is something I'm gonna call that I call ballers and bottlers, because I think we bottled this, to be honest with you. So I'll start with baller of the match has to be Flo. Florian Wirtz was our best player on the pitch today. He looked sharp. He was inventive. He was dangerous in spaces where others were hesitant. Unlike the Leeds match, he wasn't smothered, so that was good. And that gave him some space to be creative. He was central to everything Liverpool did, basically, in this game. His goal was pure quality. That was a great goal. Intelligent movement, clean first touch, ruthless finish. He links up with Ekitike, and that is surely and clearly a partnership developing there. And that's something that's one silver lining in a lot of these draws or matches that we see in of late. You could definitely say, if you look at the numbers, obviously Liverpool attacked with purpose. You could say that. But every time they did, Wirtz was involved, in my opinion. And the uncomfortable truth, he deserved more help. He shouldn't have to carry this team alone. And that's why I'm going to go to the bottlers next. And that is a player that I really rate highly. And I have to say, Dominik Szoboszlai is a bottler today. He has to wear this.
I don't need to harsh on him. Sorry, let you finish then, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to be too harsh on him because he's been our best player this season. I'm not going to go gangster on the guy because he missed a bloody pen and made that ridiculous mistake. But yeah, even he, our best player of the season, is struggling at the moment, which, it is a struggle fest at the moment, isn't it? Like, there's no denying it. We can't dress it up as anything other than what it is, which is piss poor in every sense of the term.
Mm-hmm. I unlike my Scouse brethren here, believe that missing a penalty at Anfield against Burnley is simply not acceptable. Period. You can't, considering that against a team like Burnley or against these low block teams, especially these newly promoted or on the verge of being relegated teams, that's one of the few sure opportunities you're going to have in the game. I understand he worked hard after that. I understand his work rate is exceptional, but that doesn't erase a game-changing miss, and that's why I have to put him as a bottler. I have two others, but go ahead. Do you want to say something, Lee?
No, I just feel like the most disappointing thing is that we weren't able to win from getting in front. Once we got in front, we just weren't able to win. It's conceding, yeah, and most of it's on Arne. Like, teams just anyone can score against us, like, can't they, at any time these days? Like, we just don't look at a tight side defensively. We do in parts of games, and then, all of a sudden, and you can't have that at home against teams like that. You should be able to shut out teams like Leeds and Burnley at home, do you know what I mean, and still win the game, like, score yourself. But...
No, I get that. I have two other people that I consider to be bottlers in this game. I had Jeremy Frimpong as a bottler in this game. That might be a little harsh. I understand that. But in games like this, an attacking fullback or wingback is meant to be a weapon. Instead, we had too many hopeless crosses, some shaky defending at times, no real influence in decisive moments. And I just wanted to see him take on his player more often than he did. He had a couple of times where he got past his guy. And I'm like, you can see what you can do. Just keep doing it. Last but not least, unfortunately, I'm going to say this, a bottler has to go to our keeper. Now, this is coming from a goalkeeper perspective. I was talking about this with Lee earlier before the show. Allison couldn't stop Edwards' goal. The back line as a whole, once again, allowed space in dangerous areas far too easily. But I just thought that Ali should have made a different approach to trying to save the shot. Rather than try to save with his hands, he should probably did some type of like a kick save. I know some people don't really know what I mean by that, but I think it would have made a difference in his reaction time. Just that much of a difference. It could have made a difference. And it was a shot that he could have gotten to had he just, rather than try to dive for it, if he had just, tried to make the kick save, I think he would have made it. But this match wasn't lost by one player. I'm not trying to say that it was lost by one player alone. It was a collective failure to finish the job. So I'll ask you, who was your baller and who was your bottler? Who was your biggest baller? Who was your biggest baller and who was your biggest bottler in this game? Lee.
For me, Wirtz, baller, what a player. I think Gravenberch, bro. I wasn't happy with him today.
Okay. Who was it for you?
No. I'll leave Gravenberch alone. I'll go McAllister. Yeah.
Yeah, McAllister has some opportunities that he should have.
He should just be a bit more calm, bro. We know he can shoot. I know he wants to get the winner. Could have done it better. Yeah. Other than that, I think the whole team played pretty well, actually. Like Wirtz, man, what a guy, bro. He was good. As soon as that goal went in, did you see his actions? He was pissed.
Yeah. Because he
wanted to get the win up a little bit.
Yeah, he knows we deserve more from this game, and we know I think he knows that we let them back into it. We let them back.
Look, in the last 15, 20 minutes, Wirtz and Chiesa didn't get the ball, bro, that much.
Yeah, no, I said earlier this week that I would prefer to see a different free kick taker. Has that conversation now gone to, would you rather see a different penalty taker after this miss?
No, I'd let him still have it because I think he'll bury the next one and the one after that probably. It's just this one today. I always felt it was gonna miss, like, which he did. I don't know why, I just felt it. Yeah, there was a crummy air around this game, like even yesterday when I was thinking about it, I knew it would be shite. It's just I don't know, I just had that feeling.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, bro, Wirtz, I know he can bang them in. The way he scored today, you can do that from outside the box.
was worthy of being the winner, wasn't it? That goal from Wirtz, because it was nice play from Hugo. All right, it went against the keeper and then come back out like Curtis did his little thing, but it was a nice goal. A very nice goal. It should have been enough to take care of Burnley. We should have been able to keep that out and control it from there on in with Arnie's like mastery of controlling games. But we didn't even look close to doing that.
So you have an answer, JK?
Yeah, for me, Wirtz the best player for us, and McAllister not the greatest. Is that what you meant?
Yeah, that too. I don't think did you answer if you wanted to change up our spot kick taker?
I would have gave it to Ekitike, bro. Before the penalty, when the penalty was given, so as the guy, isn't he? Really,
I would have given it to Wirtz, to be honest with you. But
Wirtz, Wirtz. Look, Szoboszlai, Wirtz, Ekitike, even Gakpo, bro. So there's enough penalty takers.
Yeah, I just didn't feel comfortable for some reason. I didn't
want Szoboszlai to take it for some reason.
Yeah,
I was on that.
For some reason, I don't know why. I know people are like, "Oh, you're just saying it with hindsight." Blah 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 blah. No, I honestly, I'm a big fan of Dominik Szoboszlai, and like sometimes I had that similar feeling that sometimes I have lately when Salah steps up to take our penalty kicks. Like that moment of, for some reason, why do I feel like he's going to he hit it way too hard. He kicked the ball way too hard and put too much power into it. I'll say this. Was this a masterclass? Absolutely not. It was revealing, though. Liverpool set up without a natural striker for much of the game, being that Ekitike was playing off rather than playing as he's playing off to the left. He wasn't playing, straight down centrally as your normal strikers do. And Liverpool looked like they should have come out with more than they did. Wirtz played as a false nine with Cody and Frimpong wide, and a midfield trio of Dom, Maka, and Graf behind him. Against a low block like Burnley, that shape requires speed of thought, quick combinations, quick 1-2s, and precise final balls. Liverpool had possession, but everything I just spoke of earlier was not necessarily present in this game, really. There's not enough penetration to say, oh, yes, they were not only able to break down a low block, but they were clinical. In the first half, Liverpool controlled territory but struggled to break lines. Gravenberch dropped deep repeatedly to collect and drive forward, but his passing was inconsistent. Jones linked play well, but too often Liverpool recycled rather than risk. Again, a very big factor or a big factor of what I think is missing in this team, and that is risk taking. The second half should have been about urgency. Instead, it was about being cautious and thinking that the game would just eventually come to them again. Burnley grew in confidence, found space down the right, and punished Liverpool. And here's the biggest tactical indictment. And again, I mentioned it earlier. And I'd love to hear what you think in the chat. And I want to hear what the panel thinks, of course, as well. But my biggest tactical indictment of this coach and of the plan for today was that, albeit we weren't getting what we needed from our team early. We got a great goal against Wirtz, then we got equal, and then they equalized. However, at that moment, rather than change, because Burnley changed. Burnley changed up their team. But rather than make a change before they could, Arne waited too late to make the changes. In a game that's there to be won, fresh legs were needed earlier in this game, I think. Chiesa, Rio, McAllister even. Bring them on. 65th minute. Some might say, oh, what is an extra 10, 13 minutes? An extra 10, 15 minutes is a big difference. The Slot hesitated. And the hesitation, in my opinion, cost Liverpool 2 points. Cost them 2 points because that was 10 less minutes for these players to get involved, get in the rhythm of the game, and start to pursue something for us. Nalante's with us. Big up, Nalante.
Yeah, big up yourself, 12th, JK, my bridging. Lord of mercy, JK. Lord have mercy. Big up, Lee, as always. Scouts, Lee. Big up, evening, Lee. We've been talking, aren't we, Lee? Big up the chat. Man. I'm sure you guys have digested, chopped it up. We're still chopping it up right now. Put some lettuce, put some mayonnaise, put some pepper on that, some ketchup, and some more ketchup, and some more ketchup, and some mayonnaise, syrup. You put all the ingredients on. Big up the chat, everyone in the chat, Whiz Kids, High Law. Really not much more to be said, really, is there? Just don't know what to say. Spurs probably not going to be sacking Frank. Man United made the change. Chelsea have made the change. I'm beaten in 12. I'm beaten in 12. Slot ball runs, but you know what? And I've been one of the few people, along with, fair enough, the Irishman Brian, and you to a certain extent, 12, and maybe JK as well. And actually, you know what? All of us that. When Slot started first losing games, people were like, oh, get him out. I was thinking, no. Still, like, he's one that to give him time. The filler, what was it? Filler, Real Madrid, that good week. You thought, all right, something's coming back. And then he's got off the ball, then we're winning games or getting a little run. But 4 draws in the last games. But it feels like defeats. It feels like defeats. And it's just... I don't think so, but right now, and it's crazy to say that we're not behind, but we could be in jeopardy of not finishing in the Champions League places, and that will be the final killer blow. And I think, regardless whether you slot in, slot out, he needs to just go for his own self-mind, so the players can be exposed. So certain players can be exposed because his press conferences, he's waffling now. It's become the waffle show, JK, mate. It's become the waffle show. And I don't know how many excuses, how much stuff he's going to say. And if I hear one low block word again one more time, I'm gonna get the rental van and drive up to Anfield. And send in myself, because it is getting embarrassing now. Granted, we dominated the game. We didn't, not by the overall play, but we had enough shots, etc., to wrap up the game. But again, the 1-2 moments we're slacking. I mean, obviously Kirkes, and again he's one of the better players. He slipped and he gave him up 2-on-1, and then Konate, and then he had the bozo Alisson send him out, and the second goal. Jones, you're losing the ball, and then Konate, you got to be stronger. It's a good finish, don't get me wrong, but come on, brother. Come on. And then Szoboszlai, that is one of the... Oh, God. All right. Look, he's been one of our best players, this season, but the last, he's gone off hill. And maybe McAllister's had the worst... Konate, that's one of the worst performances I've seen in 90 minutes from Sobo. I mean, it's Mr. Penalty... How many times, guys, like JK, Lee, how many times did we have the ball and the play was so slow, inactive? It was like we were winning 3-0. And Sobo was absolutely... I mean, if Slot had any balls about him, we would have took him off half time.
Yeah, he was wasted a lot of today.
He was. And Gravy, that's my guy, but he's not Gravy. He's
Not
more
today.
like cheap.
Yeah.
He's like cheap Gravy. He's been cheap Gravy for the
Yeah,
last month.
even good players are struggling, aren't they? Even our best players are struggling here.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing, like a
So
bit.
yeah, no, Lee. I mean, sorry, 12. Stop.
Loads of
No, he's got his cancelled now. He doesn't get that. He doesn't get that. No, I'm sorry. He's one of my guys. But sorry, Lee. You were saying sorry. I was just saying. Go on.
you know, the low block and that. I mean, we knew exactly what to expect today. From the away game against Burnley, the way they defended so deep. So we knew that was what was coming today. It's no excuse at all, is it? Like that, you know, you just got to beat teams like that.
You're right.
We used to be able to do that. We used to be able to put a late spurt on at Anfield and get teams under the cosh, but that just doesn't happen now when we need it to.
Some milk.
Milk on there. Tough, I can see smiling through the. He's really put it. I like you put the face tough. You put the front. I respect you, Tough. I respect you. All right, I won't do the. I won't do that. I'll be the opposite. And the worst thing is all. I know the worst thing is all, guys, is the fact that you look at that team today. If you take Hugo and Wirtz out of that team with all that quality, where were the goals coming from? Where were you going to score? I mean, Hugo, he done all right. He was marked out. Well, not marked out, but he was like isolated too much. Where were the goals coming from? And I'm not talking about the subs bench. I'm just talking about the 11. You know, it's just I don't know what to say. That was lethargic. It was embarrassing the way they're moving the ball so slow. The counter attack was slack. I mean, Wirtz. You know, I did tell him I was getting a little bit worried, but he's been picking up. So he gets absolved today. He was trying tricks and trades. Cody, I don't know. Cody does just what Cody does. Should have scored. I know the defender cleared off the line, but it was just for hope. And
he should have scored that. He should have scored.
Yeah, he should be buried that 12th, innit? Yeah, I thought Kirk had
that was a good clearance. Oh no, I was going to add that.
Go for it. Go on. You can interject me, guys.
No. That was a good clearance by the defender, I thought.
Yeah. And you know, Kirkes, I thought Wirtz and Kirkes were the two best players in our team. Wirtz and Kirkes. Kirkes, apart from Kirkes had a storming game, honestly.
Kirkes every game, you looking better.
Yeah, JK, yeah. And again, can someone tell me, the chat, can you tell me the reason why I took Kirkes off and put on Robbo? What was the point of that?
Yeah, the card thing, bro.
I think, yeah. I think also...
But...
Yeah, Kirkes had a yellow card. And on top of that, I think he might have thought that he could get maybe some fresh legs and get some crosses in via Robbo.
Maybe I hear that, but no, I don't think we needed Robbo. It was a waste of a sub. I know the yellow card, but Kirkes was playing well. He was getting balls in. One of the two. I mean, Frimpong tried, you know, to an extent, but his crossing was a bit left to be desired, you know. But at least he makes some kind of run. And the midfield, you know, Sobo, Grav, they were just, I mean, we dominate, but just weak at times. Just no inside. It's like the ghosts. You know, Jones was hit and miss. Jones done. That's what you get with Curtis. Unfortunately, sometimes he's too slow. He's too proactive with the ball, and sometimes when he passes foot forward, he does some good stuff at times and makes some decent runs. Curtis, you know, but again, he's the best out of a bad bunch in the midfield. We weren't really troubled defensively that much. I mean, Vudi and Ibu, but Ibu, the little they had, then Ibu's back to shaky legs and. Kirk is Sobo. I don't know what to say. It was, I mean, and a Slot. I mean, how many times have we discussed, guys, ladies and gentlemen, about this manager, you know, being proactive with subs? Again, you're waiting too long. You're waiting in desperation. What's the point of putting Kaiser at this rate? Just send Kaiser off. Just let him go. I beg, just let him go, please, because you're just wasting his time.
I'm trying to figure out who gave him that black eye.
Well,
I think it was Slot. I think it was Slot, because Chiesa kicked off about how little minutes he'd had, and Arne actually chilled him one.
Yeah.
Just the
Maybe.
rumour, just the rumour.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
McAllister came on, and I mean, he was a sub. I mean, I would have put Treone if I'm honest, because at least it gives me something more. And he was just wasteful. Like, ladies and gentlemen, can we? I mean, which alien? Who is taking these players? Who are they? Who are they? Who are they?
It's hard to believe that these are the same players that waltzed to the league title just 7 months ago. Most of them are still here. Some have left life, but most of them still here, mate. You know what I mean?
No,
it's like the difference.
Sorry. Go ahead.
No, the difference is stark, isn't it? Like, between this season and last season. I have seen it before where champions have mere seasons, like, but it's just I don't know. I can't find any. I can't see us improving either in the immediate future. Is the problem? That's the problem for me. I just don't see us improving as much as we need to in the near future. I think we'll get bounced out the Champions League easily enough. Like, if we get a tasty draw, we might get through one round of the knockout stage, but I don't hold out much hope that we go further than that, the way we're playing. FA Cup, perhaps, if we had a bit of luck in the draw.
We'll get bounced back out, Lee, like a 6-pack, right to the curb. That's what we're going to be bouncing right now. And then the thing is, you have fans on there, the Mo, and again, the agenda of Mo, oh yeah, look what happens without Mo. And I know Mo had a good game. Billy, come on, there's the Mo fans, in it. The Mo fans, and I was thinking, yeah, he had a good game, but again, when he was playing, he wasn't doing anything either. So yeah, I hope he comes back motivated and picks it up. Then yeah. But this is it, and this is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We all support. I mean, everyone has supported this club at different times, and like I said, whether you like young, old, new, 70s, 80s, 90s, yeah, I've seen the Premier League years. I mean, some of you in the chat, I know Norm and others, Premier Leagues, under Souness, we were shocking. We saw the wrong players at the right time. He changed everything too quickly. He admitted that. Yeah, we saw it under Roy Evans. This is just a history for some of you who don't know. Some of you already know. Roy Evans. We played great football, fantastic. Colin Moore Fowler. We should have won the league, but we couldn't get it over due to the defenders we had. Right? We tried that, and then Roy Evans. We changed into Julio, more pragmatic. The emergence of Stevie, the Carras of this world. Danny Murphy. Great, Haman. We got there slowly and surely. Owen Heskey. We needed to the promised land. It didn't work. And unfortunately, he fell off. Then we went to the Rafa. I mean, look at the joys, the European nights, the FA Cup, the Champions League. You know what I mean? The Torres, Mascherano, which these players, Alonso, we didn't win a trophy underneath. And that 2009, we all know we should have won the league. But again, those old toilet Trafford and the draws, like we're doing now, cost us. Rafa Benitez. Then we go into Roy Hodgson, the worst area of Liverpool manager for 6 months, the worst ever. Dog crap, etc. It didn't work. Unfortunately, Roy, he's a good manager, don't get me wrong, but he just didn't work out. We went back, FSG, King Kenny. King Kenny came in, brought some English players. He's too old-fashioned. He's still stuck in the early 90s when everything moved on. And he tried, obviously the Suarez thing, Torres going. He got us, 2 cup finals, 1 League Cup. FSG wasn't enough. The Brendan era, oh, he's a beautiful human being. Oh, what a beautiful human being he is. Brilliant human being he is. Lovely play. What a beautiful human being he is. Yeah, Mr. Rogers, yeah? We played a nice, tricky-tacky football. He wasn't there. He got the likes of Sturridge, Joe Allen. I mean, remember when he called him the Welsh Perlo? I mean, yes, let's not forget that. And what happened, unfortunately, the league, again, was in our hands, and we know what happened. And unfortunately, Joe never filled the land. Then we come to Jurgen Klopp, who, again, builded, he's our best manager in the Premier League. I think we can all agree. He built the team block by block. We struggled at first. We were losing finals. It was frustrating. And then he finally got to the promised land. And we started to be a winning trophy machine. Challenging, regardless of what you think. I am a bit frustrated because we didn't win certain leagues. Certain things happened, but he done well. He got us to the promised land. And then obviously he left the club, which in a good spot. And now here we are, Mr. Arne Slot. Last year, some people I knew about him, but others didn't know. And like everything, like I'm a fair man. 12th's a fair man. Lee, all of us, we all want who we want. Sometimes we don't get who we want, but as Liverpool fans, we give them a chance and say, you know what, come and do your thing. He came in, he done what none of us were thinking, or 12th did actually. I keep saying 12th and JK going to win the league. We've done it. So we came to when was it? Last year? Well, I know it's last year. It's weird saying last year. September last year, 5 wins in a row? Isak, Wirtz, Frimpong, Trent has gone, no problem. I wanted Trent gone. The team, and I said it at the start, I said, I don't care if we have 16 injuries. I don't care unless Bombers are falling down. I gave this team no excuse. I would look into back-to-back, no excuse. And we sit here now in January. 6 defeats, 4, what's the record? 8 draws in a row? And we are none the wiser. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are Liverpool FC Football Club. 2 Premier Leagues in the last 30 years. And people can say circumstances. People can say I'm harsh, maybe. But it's not good enough for a stat sham. I'm not saying we should win anything, but something has to give. I've tried to give Slot a benefit. You've seen Chelsea, right? You've seen Chelsea made a change. Tottenham maybe make a change. You see United make a change. And I know it's one game, them scumbags from Toilet Trafford. Look at the bounce. Now, do we sit, and the chat, you can tell me, and let me ask you guys this as well, big up. Look at this. Look at the shirt that I'm wearing. Look at the pride. Look at this. What does this mean to these players? What does this mean to this manager? Look at the player. Look at the history of this club. We all know what this is. And yeah, we can have opinions and sometimes we get it wrong. Look at this. We will die to play. JK will put his boots on to play. 12 will put the goalkeepers on to play. I would put my boots on to play. Lee will put, all of us would. But you know what? As a team, and some of you in the chat, we could do 11 aside. And you know what? We might not win every game, but it'll be passion and effort. We'll be busting our gut to that. I'm not saying, and again, maybe I'm being harsh to the players, but come on, what did you see there? Walking, passing back, negative football. And as bad as Slot is with his tactics and his thing, I'm sure he's not telling them to play like that. Only to the players. So, listen, I'm not looking to let this season go and just be what it is and, the new manager comes in. I'm looking to try and salvage this season as much as we can. FA Cup, Premier League, that's what anything. And you hear, and the funny thing, guys, and I know, sorry, guys, I know I'm going on a bit too much, but I'm seeing fans online saying, I'm glad we lost so we can get this bold fraud out.
No.
Lee, I'm not joking. I swear to a lie. Listen, and ladies and gentlemen, some of you are very wise. And listen, I didn't like Roy Hodgson. I didn't want him as a little match, but I will never ever say that about my team. Never ever. I don't care. Never ever. And then you got the cult heroes. This is what we're doing in 2026, ladies and gentlemen. It's been happening for the last couple of years. But what FSG need to do, put the finger in a bucket and say, you know what, Arnie, we thank you, but we really need to get a move on. And it's not happening. Because if we leave this man in charge, I don't know. I just don't know. And how can we as Liverpool fans feel in every game, whether we're playing Burnley, Wolves, etc., we're not comfortable? This shouldn't be. I'm not comfortable. Like Rasta Crab yesterday said 3-1 in his heart, and then he said he'll be 1-1. And like I said, when we watch this team, it's not comfortable. So choices have to be made, and these players need to be exploded. I just want Slot to go, so so the players can be exposed. That's it.
I wish the guy all the best. But like Hylor put in the comments there, what Gerard said, drawing at home to teams like Leeds and Burnley is unacceptable. The words I used were completely unacceptable. Well, the first two were that was, and then completely unacceptable. But he's right; it's unacceptable for Liverpool. So let's see him doing a carrot till the end of the season. Get Stevie in, get him to tell them a few home truths and that way, and get them playing better.
Yeah. All right. I'll give you, since we're talking about the coach, excuse me. Since we're talking about the coach, I'll give you what the coach had to say. And this is what Arne Slot spoke on after the draw at Anfield. He said, on taking 32 shots and only 11 on target, yet drawing, he said, of course, I'm very disappointed about the result. We've added even more ball possession than we usually have. We hardly conceded a chance, but we did concede a goal. Slot is correct about the possession. Liverpool dominated the ball, but dominance without penetration is not anything. It's like it's like possession is permission, basically, just to, like, they're giving you permission to have the ball, as opposed to you having the ball, taking the ball and doing something with it. 32 shots sounds impressive, yet too many of them were low value efforts from distance or crowded angles. This wasn't bad luck. It was inefficient attacking play, let's be honest. And what's more worrying is that Liverpool once again conceded from a preventable mistake in build-up play, a recurring pattern, not an off one. I also had this one on Burnley's goal and playing out from the back. He said, just before we conceded the 1-1, we tried to bring the ball out from the back. We lost it then again shortly after, and that led to their goal. Excuse me. Here, Slot admits the problem. Fantastic. Liverpool are overcommitting in dangerous areas. When you play a low block, you must minimize risk. Yet Liverpool repeatedly took unnecessary chances near their own box. I asked for risk, but in the final third, not for in front of our goal. So the other question was on creating chances versus low blocks. He said, we've spoken a lot this week about facing low blocks. Today we did create chances. Sometimes in a low-scoring sport, things like this can happen. Okay. Football can be cruel. But Liverpool are not some mid-table side battling Burnley away. This is Anfield against a relegation candidate. Bun that statement. That is not taking into perspective what is at hand. And then finally, he said, on being the better team, he said, it is normal for Liverpool to be the better team at home against Burnley, creating enough but not able to win. No, that's not normal. That is not normal. I think it is far from normal, because creating enough but not able to win should not be associated with Liverpool playing a relegation-bound team. Burnley is 19th in the league. And what Slot sounds like is a manager satisfied with process, whereas us fans want a manager obsessed with results. So what Slot's press conference really tell us? He's not panicking, but Liverpool might need to, because this is serious. We can't continue to just whistle, as they call it here at least, whistle while we walk by the cemetery, as if there's nothing going on. He believes in his system, but this system isn't delivering wins. And this isn't even his system. The reason why he's with this system, quote unquote, is because it was getting us losses. He sees dominance, but dominance without goals is pretty football with no teeth. And until Liverpool solve the low block problem, you can expect more teams to do so. Oh my goodness. Did Arsenal see our game and say, we can do you one better? Oh my God. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. I just saw the result of the Arsenal game just went up
7
on my
points
scoreboard.
clear. 7 points clear.
They just don't want. I'm telling you, that's how bad this league is. That's how bad this league is currently.
Villa could go second, couldn't they, if they win?
Yep. Villa will be second, and Villa would be. Give me one
I think
second.
they'd be second if they drew, actually, Villa.
They would. Villa, a draw or a win, Villa are second. But a draw would have Villa be 4 points off of first place.
Well, we missed the chance to get within 5 points of City here today. I wanted United to win perversely today, but that was because I thought we would get past Burnley somehow, and we didn't.
Villa would be 10 points ahead of Liverpool if they win.
Yeah, there's no way we'll finish second this season. That's well gone. Third's looking less and less likely now with every passing week. We've got to do something about it, haven't we?
Yeah, we definitely have to do something about it. That is weird. No wins today for Liverpool, City, or Arsenal. Red Armchair supporter has contributed to the conversation. Now I'm just saying we are getting fourth or third. I'm not comfortable in saying we're getting third. I think we'll get fourth. I think we'll hold on to fourth place. And I think 5 places will be given to the Premier League again to get into Champions League. Excuse me. Yep. Right now, let me see who could do better. If Newcastle wins tomorrow, they could go into 5th place. And that's it. That's pretty much all the movers. The major movers, at least. Newcastle could move from, and that's how close the league is once you get to the 4th and lower. We sit at 36 points. United at 35. Chelsea at 34. Brentford at 33. Sunderland at 33. Newcastle at 32 with a game in hand. If they win tomorrow, like I said, they'll be they would be on 35 points if they win tomorrow. And that would make them, and most likely it would be, unless it's a 1-0 win, as long as they have a plus minus of higher than 1, then they will be in 5th place and push United down to 6. It's really wild, really wild. Let's get into these ratings before it gets too late. And and I don't want to lose everyone in the chat. I want to get into that because I did come up with my own little take, and then we can close the show. But let's get into this real quick. I didn't bring up any graphics because I don't even think that any of us want to necessarily be reminded of the faces that let us down today. So let's just move right into this. Allison Becker, what did you rate Ali today? Let's go, Jake. We'll go reverse around the horn. We'll go JK, Nolante, Lee, and then I'll go last.
I'll give him a 6 out of 10, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he could have done better on the shot on that goal. Could have done better. So 6.
Okay. How about for you, Nolante?
Yeah, I agree with JK 6.
Okay. How about for you, Lee?
I'll give him a 7.
Wow. Okay. Why did you give him a 7? Just wondering.
Don't know, because I didn't want to say 6 as the other two had.
He's a
I wasn't
spiritual
going to give
man.
him a 5. mate.
Oh my goodness. Okay. All right.
Hi, Eric. And Nems as well.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. He was good, everyone.
Eric wants 7. Jimmy wants 7. Red Armchair wants 6. Okay. I went with a 6 or a D grade as well for my rating for Ali. I mean, I don't for a lot of the game, he's just a spectator, you know. And when he was asked to make a save, he fell short. So
Yeah, he had only 2 things to do.
yeah,
That was the penalty and the goal. That's it.
Yeah, and there was one time when I remember there was you could hear the groan from the crowd. Ali tried to do a clearance, or not clearance, but tried to clear the ball. I don't know if he tried to clear the ball or tried to maybe outlet the ball more so than clear it, and he passed it right back to Burnley. He did like a pass right down the middle of the pitch, and it went right back to a Burnley player. Excuse me. The struggle. Jeremy Frimpong. JK, you're up again. Well, let's go the same order.
Okay.
Just to keep it easy.
I think it was a lively 7. Lively all game, bro. I love his enthusiasm. Fair play to him.
Okay. Nolante?
I would say 6. Depends if he got once or twice beaten by a fan, which wasn't great, but it was better on standing defensively, and it was an outlet, but his crossing left the let to be decided. So 6.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. I think do you have Cian's Twitter space in the background? I think. Nolante or something. All right, Lee. How about for you?
I'll give him a 7.
Okay. Wow. I am Mr. Negative. I am definitely like Chris. I'm still Mr. Chris Angel today. I gave Jeremy a letter grade of a D or a 6. I just thought too many of his crosses were floated rather than driven crosses, or like they weren't really like there wasn't really much behind his crosses that I was like, oh, we should score off of that. Oh, that has purpose today. And defensively, he was not that good today defensively. Not reckless. I'm not saying it was reckless, but he didn't necessarily cause us to be calm when we saw them attacking. My opinion. All the same. Everyone's welcome to their own ratings. Frimpong got 7s from everyone else. Jimmy, Red Armchair Supporter, Eric, Lee all gave him 7s. So a C. All right. Mr. Ibu. Won his physical duel from and everything else, but then was obviously a part of the equalizer, which came down his side. What would you give an Ibu?
I'm giving him 3, bro.
Wow.
Hey, JK put something with my book. I like it.
So, all right. JK said, "Oh, you think you're like, wait did they get a load of me? You know, you think he's being scary. Wait did they get a load of me? All right,
Yeah.
all right, Milante. What did you rate?
Oh God! If we lost this game, you'd be getting lower. Nini created calamity own goal once or twice out muscled. Oh, but apart from that, Burnley didn't really do much. So I'll just give him an average. Well, I'll just give him 5. That's it. A 5 from me.
How about for you, Lee?
5.5.
5.5. Okay. Ibu got a 6 from Lone Sheep, a 6 from Lee, a 6 from Jimmy, a 6 from Eric, 5.5 from Red Armchair Supporter. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off. I gave him a failing grade today. It's not. I like Ibu. I like Ibu a lot. But Ibu can be very, very, very frustrating at times as a player. He can be frustrating because there's talent there, but there can be sometimes you're just like, man, you got to be better. You got to be better. Virgil van Dijk, our captain, was solid in the air, kept the ball moving. There wasn't enough authority, maybe from the captain. Maybe some will argue. But he was fortunate on one occasion when he was trying to play offsides, and overall he didn't dominate this match the way we normally see him do. Dependable, but not commanding, I guess you could say. What was your rating for Virgil?
I'll go 6, bro.
6. Okay. Milante?
Yeah, 6. Yeah, not much. But yeah, 6.
Lee?
6.
Okay. All right.
And 12.
I gave him. I technically gave him a 6. I gave him a D-, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I gave him a 6. VVD got a 6 from Jimmy, a 6 from Lee, a 6 from Red Armchair Supporter, and a 6 from Eric. All right. How about for the man that a lot of you guys thought had a good game? I'm not saying he didn't. I'm just saying a lot of you thought that he had a good game. He started bright. I definitely think he looked eager to drive forward. He did offer some real attacking from the left-hand side of the pitch. I think he should have taken a shot when on one of his approaches he had a cutback that fell to him, and he hesitated. And that little bit of a hesitation caused the defender to be able to get back into position. But Kirkes, what would you have given Kirkes?
Bro, getting better every game. 7.
Okay. Milante?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think a 7. No, actually, no, I'm giving him 7.5. Apart from the little slip that he would slip, because he was excellent up and down defensively. He put some good balls in. Yeah, he could have. Yeah, he should have shot, if I'm honest, but he tried to play. But he was excellent. Whether it's Gakpo or whether it's Wirtz, his link-up play was very good. Very good. I'll give him a 7.5.
Okay. Lee?
Yeah, he's been improving, hasn't he, Kirkhead? Even though we're not playing that well, like he's been one of the players he's been improving, hasn't he, as the season's progressed. So I'd definitely give him a 7 for his efforts today. Yeah.
Okay. Lee Wiskett gave him a 7. Jimmy gave him a 7. 7.5 from Eric. A 7.5 from Red Heart Chair supporter. I gave him a 7 as well. I gave him a 7. I thought it was a good game for Kirkhead. Kirkhead has been definitely a little bit of a scapegoat punching bag in the very beginning parts of our season. But he's certainly starting to come into shape. He's starting to figure out what it means to be a Liverpool player. And he's I'll never doubt his enthusiasm for the game or energy and effort. I won't doubt that. It's about maybe getting some reins on it and being able to control the efforts. You want to be able to control the void. All right. The next player on my list. Probably the only point you'll hear that little sound click, because some people definitely thought that he was definitely getting cooked out there. What did you get? Where did you rate Gravy, JK?
I'm going to give him a 5, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, invisible today, yeah.
Okay.
He was good.
Bruh.
Okay. The latte, what'd you get? What did you give? What'd you give Gravy?
That was a cheap warm-up Gravy performance today. A cheap warm-up Gravy. He gets a 1. Horrible performance against a team that's relegation. 1.
Wow. What did you give him, Lee?
Wow.
Yeah, he was crap. Like he did have a crap game, like the rest of them.
Right.
6.
6. All right. I gave him a 6.
I'm gonna
I
go
gave him
lower, actually, but I thought, fuck it, it's gonna have. I'll be kind.
Invisible today, says Lee Wiskid. 5. Eric gave him a 5. Gravy Man, a 5 from Jimmy. 5.5 from Red Armchair supporter. Wow, everyone's dropping Fs. Dropping the F bombs on them. I'm dropping a letter grade of D. How about Curtis Jones? Cujo. What was Cujo?
Yeah, I think he was good. 7, bro.
Okay. How about for you, Latte?
Use other things about average. Some good parts of the game, some annoying, frustrated stuff when trying to tackle you, passing back, going back. We tried 6, just about 6.
Just about 6. Okay.
Yeah.
What about for you, Mr. Lee?
I give him 6.5.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I gave him. Jones got a 5 from Jimmy. Okay, no problem, Eric. Definitely be careful. Yeah, I know. Grab a few for everyone, I think, probably. 6 from Red Armchair supporter. I thought Curtis Jones had a decent game today. I gave him a C- at least. I took a little bit off because it wasn't his fault, to be honest with you, but he should have. I was hoping he was going to score on one of those crosses that was like right in front of him. Dominik Szoboszlai. So boss. What was your rating for So Boss?
I'll give him a 6, bro. He kept on trying, bro, you know what I mean? But it wasn't great.
Okay. What about for you, Nalante.
Horrible performance. How can you be when we're trying to interpret walking with the ball? Walking. Like looking befuddled clues, and then you're throwing your hands up blaming others for runs. What are you doing, Bridget? 0. Horrible performance. 0. Should have come off of halftime.
Okay.
Oh, we forget about the missed pen as well. Yeah. Yeah. 0.
0-0-0. Wow. Lee, it's up to you.
Yeah, the Sob-Lord has a crap game. One of the worst for us, like, that he's had. 5.
5, okay. All right. For this one, I gave Dom an F. Tough to say it, but it is. This is possibly, I think, his worst performance of the year so far. 123 touches, 7 inside Burnley's box, but he created very little of substance. Obviously, the penalty miss. Playing that pivot did not suit him today. He looked out of place today. Out of place. All right, how about for Flo? I'll go to JK for Flo.
I'm going to give him a 8.5.
Okay.
Yeah, played top.
How about for you?
I'll give him. Yeah, he'll get an 8. Scored the goal, assisted some others that he would have got an assist on the day. Cody, etc. Johnson, brilliant dribbling skill. Second half he went fade a bit, but he was still he was our Uchi career. We need to just scrap everything. Sobo can be in the wing. Just play Flo in the 10. The team needs to be built around him. Just play him in the 10. Callister, Sobo, they've gone off board. You got to play Callister in deep line playmaker, rotation, whatever. Just play Flo in the 10 and let him be flourish with the good players around him. So yeah, he's picked up the last couple of months. I'll say is it a month? Would you say? Yeah, and seeing how much we spent for him. I know it's Burnley, but yeah, an 8 today for me.
Okay, Lee.
Yeah, he was our best player. 7.5, 7.5.
Okay, all right. I would have gone higher primarily because that goal was a phenomenal goal, and I think he was one of the few players on the pitch that actually looked like he could create something that could be troublesome for whether it's passing or shooting for us today. I gave Flo a B+. All right. Agent Cody. What are you giving Agent Cody? JK.
Who was that, bro?
Cody Gakpo.
I think busy, bro. I think he was good. 7 out of 10.
Okay. Wasn't expecting that. How about for you?
Yeah, same. He tried. I'll give him that. He got some shots in, but should have scored that second. He really should have. But it wasn't enough. He's too the usual cut, and yeah, 5 for me. 5.
Okay. Lee?
Yeah, I'm going to give him a 5 as well.
Okay. I gave my guy Cody I gave him a 6 as well. I gave him a 6. You got to give him credit. He did win the penalty for us, by the way. You got to remember that too. And
We were linked to Florentino a while ago, weren't we?
We were.
Remember that?
Yeah, we were. That's something I'm glad that we missed out on, to be honest with you. Yeah. All right. Hugo Ekitike, last starter for this list. Hugo Ekitike.
7, bro. Yeah.
Do you realize this is his first game since January 1st, too, by the way? That's crazy.
Okay.
It's his first start. It's his first start.
Starting, you mean?
His first starting. Yes, start.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Pretty wild. What did you give him, Delonte? 7 for JK? What did you give him?
First half linked up a bit well. Obviously, he had that shot, good save outside. You know, him and Flo have got some kind of chemistry. But second half, he was on the periphery of the game, to be honest. Isolated a bit by the Burnley defenders, so runners. But just sometimes I do get a bit annoyed because he comes out of the box too much. And I get these do that if you have runners, but just stay in the box, you know. So you know, it hit me. So 6 for me, just a 6.
Okay. All right. I gave Hugo a 6 as well. I did give him a 6 as well. Oh man, my phone is about to die. How about for substitutes? We'll go. There were 3 substitutes. I'll give you all 3 of you a sole. Like you can take each substitute and rate them as you'll be the designated rater for that substitute. So the first one on the list here I have is Robbo, JK. Okay, or maybe not JK. All right, I'll give JK's rating then. All right. Robbo, I think the only reason why we saw him in this game was because Kirkez is booking. He did have some urgency down the left. It's not like he came on and was just like, you know, a complete passenger in this game, but didn't change the outcome. I gave Andy a letter grade or a 6 for Andy. Nalante, what would you rate Rio?
Hold on, actually, Lee, did you give your rating for Hugo?
Me now, Hugo, I'll give. Well, it was mainly down to him that, you know, the goal was created because he lost control, got it again, got away, and then although the assist was Curtis's, the lion's share of the creation of it was down to his ingenuity and slipperiness with the ball. So I'll give him a 7 for that reason.
Yeah, fairs. Firstly, Rio, standard 5 really. Didn't really do anything of note, to be honest. You know, tried going down the wing, passes, you know, but nothing really major. So 5.
Okay, I think he just needed more time to get into the groove of the game, to be honest with you, personally. But maybe. How about for Macca? That would be Macca's your grade. Lee, you get the grade Macca on this game.
No, I thought it would be me.
Oh no, I asked you for Robbo, but you didn't.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
How long was Macca on?
Could you?
20. Exactly.
He was on for
20 minutes. Is it?
He came on. No, he got on the same time as he was on. The sub was a 3-man sub, so it's Robbo, Rio, and Macca all got on at the same time.
It wasn't it 71 or 72?
It was it was late. I think it was 78th minute or something, or maybe it was 72. Maybe you're right. Maybe it was 72. I don't have the numbers.
All right. I'll give Macca a 4 because he wasn't on long and he didn't do much when he came on.
4. Gosh. Okay.
No,
All right.
You're right. 12. You're right. 78 minute, you're right.
Yeah.
So we had like 15 minutes. To
that's why I was saying that we're gonna rate Arne Slot. Chiesa got on at the 87th minute, I think, or something like that, right? So we're not gonna have him be rated.
Yeah, when they come on really late, it's hard to give a grade, isn't it?
It was suspect to give those guys that came on for 12 minutes. If it wasn't for the fact that there was 7 minutes in extra time, then I wouldn't have even included them in the ratings. But that's nearly 20 minutes of play that you get. That's a different story. Arne Slot is the last rating that we're going to have here. Look, I'll go first on this one. Another disappointing home result. Another game of dominance without control. Missed penalty or not, this team should not be drawing at Anfield against Burnley. Plain and simple. The late substitutions that I just mentioned were criminal, in my opinion. Inexcusable. Especially for a manager who claims to prioritize attacking football. If you want to see attacking football, put fresh legs in and put the attackers, the few attackers that we do have, on the bench. Give them an opportunity to make a ripple in this game. Set piece impotence. Oh my goodness. 9 corners in this game. 9 corners. How many of those corners did you actually say, oh, we should have scored off of that? Defensive lapses, an inability to kill games off, continue to cost Liverpool points. It's frustrating. It's disappointing. And at this point, I don't want to hear excuses. And unfortunately, I'm not seeing solutions. The fans were right, I think, at the end of this game to show their frustration at full time. There were a lot of fans at Anfield that were letting their voices be heard. This performance was simply not acceptable. I gave Arne Slot an F grade today. What did you give him, JK?
I'll give him a 6, bro. Because I think the team was attacking today, at least. He's had his foot down, you know what I mean? We let that shoddy goal in, and his fault. I'll give him a 6. I just think the McAllister change weren't really needed.
Okay. How about for you, Nolante? Oh, Nolante is still okay. Look at Nolante.
It's a difficult one. We didn't lose the game. If we lost this game, it feels like a loss. So you would get you know what rating I'll give him. I'll tell you what, it'll be the bottom of the bottom.
I look at draws. I look at draws as losses nowadays. I don't.
Especially against like that, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, but
there's no excuse to have a draw against a team that's in 19th place.
Well, again, there's no excuses for a lot of things this season, but here we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll give him a 4. No, I'll give a 5. I've got to be honest, a 5. I mean, lineup selection, 1 or 2 changes I would have done, but obviously didn't. The subs again were late, and again they weren't tactical. They would just go for broke hit and hope. Yeah, that's what I would say. In terms of the team, the way we played, I don't think it's the onus on the players. I don't think he told I could be wrong, I don't think he told the guys to slow the ball down that bad and start passing backwards. But yeah, I'll give him just a 5. A 5.
Lee, you're last but not least.
I'm going to do the same as you, 12th, and give him an F. But mine is an F off, Arne, and thanks for the memories.
Oh my goodness! Wow! Wow! Wow. You might. I'm glad you might have to be on camera to be that filthy. Jeez.
Well, I restrained myself from actually swearing. I thought that was quite funny.
There you go. There you go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I never thought I'd see a Liverpool side so comfortable sitting in a low block in a game, and that was against Arsenal. But I also never thought I'd see a game again where we'd have over 30 shots, and I'd say I could count on my hand how many of those shots were actually shots that could have been goals. Defensively, Liverpool were decent, but considering Burnley created little. But maybe it was less about that because Alisson was rarely tested, but maybe it was less about the fact that they were decent and more so the fact that we just had a lot of possession of the ball. We were granted permission to hold the ball as much as we wanted because this team knew that we weren't going to be able to break down their low block because it's all about scoring against them. 8 shots, 0 on target from open play, 0.36 G. That is a team you should beat. That is a team you should beat. And injuries matter. I get that. Ekitike returning is big, but excuses don't win matches. Execution does. And I'm kind of fed up hearing the excuses by this coach that either just totally overlooks what it is, maybe says things that are too obvious, says things honestly, which I can appreciate to an extent. But I want to hear solutions. Don't give me the play-by-play of what I saw with my eyes and then try to massage it so that I can think that it was better than it was. Or massage it to accept that we can't break down a low block. Figure it out. Accept the fact that we can't score from corner kicks. I watch Arsenal. Arsenal's about to win a league on one of the sheer basic elements of their game being scoring on set pieces and defending them. That's what frustrates me. It frustrates me because Slot is reluctant to gamble. I get it. People want to be conservative. They want to be cautious. They want to be, they want to be, don't want to take too many risks. Their ears are blown out by the heavy metal that we've all had to listen to from the previous gaffer. But this really does make a difference in this game. It does make a difference when you see a team that simply does not look like they have the ability to finish their dinner. And that is a problem for me. That is a very big problem. And it's something that I don't think that I think that the clock for this coach to figure it out is already gone past. The alarm, there's only so many times you can hit the snooze button on the alarm. That bell is done. We have too many weapons on this team to be performing so poorly. And I think that truthfully is because we have a high octane car and we're putting in basic regular gas into the tank.
We're putting vinegar into the tank or something, aren't we?
Hey,
something's not working.
you said it. Something's not working. Someone's put a banana in the tailpipe or something, right? Or Beverly Hills Cop fans there. Oh man. Do you guys want to say something about where you stand, where you stand with this team, this coach, this administration, being FSG? You can tell me what you feel, because today for me, I never have really looked at draws as being positives. I get it's a point, but you're sharing a point. I'm not about sharing anything when it comes to points in the Premier League, because points are hard to come by. So draws to me feel like losses, and this one feels like a loss, especially considering it's at home against the team that it is.
There is a phrase in football, that difficult second season, about managers, like when they come into places, and this is a very difficult second season for them.
Yeah.
After what happened in the first season, like, just don't know what's going to happen, man. Don't know how much more the people in charge will take, of us not performing. I mean, this is about, I don't know how much attention they actually pay John W. Henry in that, like, but seeing this, like, that can't go down well, surely, with them. That was struggling to beat, like, the promoted teams at home. Players we've got. He's got to convince us, hasn't he? Like, by turning it round. But I'm getting tired of waiting.
I'll be honest with you, I don't even really. Not that I don't want to see him turning around. I'll make sure that doesn't get misinterpreted. But what I don't want to do is, I don't want to do the Ten Hag. And that's what I mean. What I mean by that is, I don't want to see this manager win silverware and then be rewarded by getting another season from a season that showed us that he doesn't have the ability or answers that we need. The direction that he's taking us is not the direction I want to go in. Plain and simple. I do not want to go in this. I have been kicking and fighting since that PSG game. Everyone on this panel can tell you how much how that was basically the day I started really, really saying, I'm not going to take, I've had it up to here and I'm not going to take it anymore. I think that's, I forget the name of that movie. But I appreciate what he's done for the club. I'm going to continue to hope for great things to happen this season. Like an FA Cup win would be fantastic. I'll be happy with an FA Cup win. Sure. I'll be happy with an FA Cup win. Would I be content with just an FA Cup win? No. I'm not going to be content with, winning the league and then getting an FA Cup the next year. That's not necessarily what my aspirations were. But if he goes off and wins a Champions League, I will be one of his biggest supporters or people giving him his due and saying how great and thank you for this trophy and this memory. And now it's time for you to go. That's what it feels like it's going to be, because I just want our team to get that. I want our team to become Stella and get that groove back. How about that? That's a movie reference there too. I want us to get our groove back. And this coach is that he's lost that loving feeling. I'm all about the quotes tonight. Everybody's going off to get don't everyone's going off to drown their sorrows.
Mate, I've done it many a time. I'm not doing it tonight. Like, I'll have to find another way to ease me pain and suffering.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
Have a
you
brew,
wanna
bro.
drown
Have
your
a cup of tea,
sorrows.
man.
How about watch the Forest Arsenal game maybe.
God, football's off the menu, mate. Like, I think I'm gonna watch a film or something, or some comedy. Some comedy to cheer me up. I think.
We got Jimmy. Always good.
Bless up, Jimmy.
So what are you feeling? You guys, I said my little diatribe. What do you guys want to say? Do you guys have anything you want to get off your chest before we move and bring this to a close?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, go on, Matty.
I was going to say, mate. I think what you need to do, Lee, mate. Phone up, speak to Tracy when we come offline, and take her up. Paint the town red tonight. You and Trace. Paint the town red
Jones
tonight,
just left
mate.
me for a Greek shipping tycoon.
Uh,
Aristotle Onassis, the
honestly.
guy's called.
Oh god. Who? Anna
Left me for money,
Palalostics.
didn't she?
Yeah. Sorry about that, Lee. You know, what I mean, you can phone Norm. Phone Norm. Have a lads' night out tonight. Phone Norm. Sure, Norm will be up for it.
Look, bro, we've got some big games coming up now. Marseille and Bournemouth. 2 winnable games.
Mm-hmm.
I think if Canate didn't have that little wobble at the end, like you nearly scored a own goal, man. You know when when that ball sort of came over, you just knew Canate is going to get the end of it, and it's going to go towards our goal. You just knew it. Thank God Alisson was there, and I just think that little he could have sort of him and Alisson should have stopped that goal for them. That's fine margins now, bro. Marseille's a big one. Atmosphere is going to be wild. It's going to be a good test.
Should be. Should definitely be one. Go ahead, Nolante. You want to say something? Yes, no, maybe so. Mr. Nolante?
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I'm here. So, apart from Lee's night out with Norm to paint the town red in Liverpool, you know, drain after his Tracy sorrows. I'll just say this: we, like Jay said, critical. Marseille, we need to win.
Mm-hmm.
We really do need to win. But all right, if we don't, I think we'll be near enough in the playoffs. And that's qualified automatically, so you don't have to play the extra game. And stop everyone.
Extra 2 games, isn't it, bro?
Yeah, 2. Yeah, you're right, 2.
Yeah, we don't need them, do we? So
yeah. So after that, it's bye for me, and let's see. I'm just still disgusted by today, but yeah, that's it.
Okay.
yeah, but did you see a sort of urgency in our game today? A little bit compared to normal. Like today, we look like we wanted to attack. You look at our shots we've had on target 11. We don't really do that in games enough for me. They had about 2 or 3 off the line, hit the bar, whatever. I just felt that we had a bit of more urgency today, maybe because it was Burnley and we knew they were going to sit back. But I think if we did that again, where Ekatika stays in the box, I think Nolante said that earlier, then it can work. I just feel sometimes that the midfielders need to support Ekatika a bit more, including Gapco, you know what I mean? Ekatika's playing every game now, so he's got no sort of worries about Isaac taking his place, this, that, and the other. So it's all about him now. So I just felt I wanted him to get a goal today. But yeah, I just feel today was a bit more better playing wise. Game should have been wrapped up 4-5-0, bro.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Anything? Do you have anything that you want to say about the team before we bounce? Got to our mark.
I'll just say Slot out, Stevie in, save our season.
Ooh, okay.
How many games is that unbeaten now then? 13.
Is it 13 or 12? I thought it was 12
Something
or
like that.
13. Something like that.
Look, bro, if all these teams that got promoted and came to Anfield in the last month, 6 points there we wasted. You know? So, when you're champions, you should have that killing instinct about that you don't let no bottom of the table sort of teams have any chances at your stadium. And we allow that, man. I think Kanate, he's been much better, don't get me wrong, but he's one of the guys he's up to no good sometimes.
Yeah. I don't know how many unbeaten it is off the top of my head, but I know it's not a win streak. That's the only thing I want to talk about.
True.
I just want to talk about win streaks. I don't care about unbeaten streaks anymore because unbeaten means little. I mean, you could have a team hypothetically, let's say they go 4 games, right? And they only win 2 of the games. They lost their last 2. That would be 6 points. But in that same measure, a team could go and say, oh, we're unbeaten in 4 games and still be behind in points to that team that only won 2 games out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
I only want to deal with win streaks. I don't want to deal with I don't want to deal about talking about unbeaten streaks. That just sounds to me like you're just, not you personally, but it just sounds like a spin. That's all. But maybe that's just me. Let's see what the people are saying. Yeah. All right. Well, Delonte had to take off. Manchester United beating City today was absolutely. Is that you guys want to before we bounce? Do you want to say anything about those games real quick?
What a joke, bro. City,
What was the biggest result that you saw today?
That one there. If Liverpool were first, City were going all out for that game today. They would have been going for it. You know what I mean? That's what used to happen back in the days when we were going for titles. City just go and smash United 5-6-0 at their ground. Never happened today.
How about this? If you think about it, if this was a 10 game or 12 game, whatever we are, whatever number we're on right now, whatever the unbeaten quote unquote streak is at, if this was a win streak, right? And we'd won today, obviously, too. If we were on that win streak today, we would be even on points with Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Just think about that. We'd be even on points with Arsenal.
Well, now as bad as we've been, we could have been 5 points behind City if we'd have won today. But, we're not. And it looks like Villa will go second. Don't know if Villa get a point or
trust
win.
me. Yeah.
We'll go second.
I'm rooting for Villa.
Yeah. I still think Arsenal will win it at the end. Like, I've thought that for a while now. I've thought they look like champions for months now. The way they're grinding out results. Yes, they didn't win today, but you don't win all your games. They didn't lose anyway, put it that way. And they have increased their lead, only by a point, but yeah.
You were saying so. I cut you off unintentionally. What were you trying to say, JK? Maybe not. He was trying to say something. I just got to thinking.
Huh?
What were you trying to say? You were trying to say something.
Who me?
Yeah, you were trying to say something before I put in that statistic.
No,
No, can't remember.
no, can't. Lost me.
Okay, no worries. Well, out there, if you know what you're talking about, I know you guys do. You can tell us how you feel about where we're at with our team. I know it's not an easy place to be. This is not a familiar place, at least for a lot of us. But at least we have each other, is how it is, right? So we make it work as best we can, and we keep it moving from there. What is it that what would you like to say to people before we bounce, since we're at the 2-hour mark? What would you like to say?
Thanks for the chat as always, bro. Top lads, they feel the same as us, bro. All pissed off. Should have been 3 points again today. Yeah, man. Yeah. Look, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Alonso could be having meetings. We don't know nothing, you know. It's a bit messy, everything. But Slot, I don't know, man. But big game, Marseille.
Big game, Marseille, for sure.
I'm actually pleased that we're playing Champions League next to give us a break from the league.
Yeah,
See if we can get some joy there. But it'd be just like us to get a good result in Marseille and then come home and be crap against Bournemouth the way we are at the moment. But you just got to hope that the clouds part at some point and the sunshine breaks through. Like it'll happen eventually, like. But that might be next season, though.
It might be. It might be with another coach. It might be with the same coach. Who knows? But a lot of us not feeling too good about the result. Definitely. I'll let Nolante give his last words before we bounce out here.
2 words: we suck. Good night.
All righty then. That said, away to Bournemouth. That's how we gotta look at it. Away to Bournemouth. Away to Marseille, actually. Isn't that I think Marseille is our next game, right?
Yeah, Marseille.
Yeah, Wednesday.
So away to Marseille. So off to not to Paris, but off to Francais. Bon voyage Francais or bon voyage Anglais. I don't know. Anyways, let's wrap this up here. Basically, today was a day that we're not feeling good about. 1-1 draw at home. It's not progress. It's a warning. And it's a warning most likely that should be a flare for our coach. Liverpool had the game in their hands and let it slip through by missed chances, hesitant management, and lapses in key moments. Wirtz was brilliant, but brilliance alone isn't enough to win titles. If Liverpool want to salvage this season, they must rediscover urgency. They must rediscover aggression, ruthlessness, that fire that existed with this team last season and in previous seasons, and especially at Anfield. Look, we asked for you to drop your thoughts in the comments. All of you are definitely legends in your own right. Tell us who you thought were your ballers, who were your bottlers. Tell us what you think about Slot. Please make it PG. Tell us what you think about the tactics or the penalties, substitutions, all of it. You can give whatever you like in the comment sections. We're here for it. If you enjoyed the episode, please hit the like button. If you didn't enjoy the episode, please hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you. Hopefully the panel will be back to see you as well in the next one. We'll have one set up for you tomorrow, I guess. But hopefully we can, have a little bit of like a cool down moment and see some, I don't know, see some good football tomorrow.